Mr. Struinsky and I are having a look at Langston Hughes's poem, The Negro Speaks of Rivers. An interesting time in American history. The World War had ended. African Americans were returning from the war, having fought in segregated units. And there was so many people moving to the northern cities, especially New York City, Chicago, Detroit. And there was a reawakening of African American culture, and I think Langston Hughes was right at the very start of that. And I think he's speaking of pride that African Americans feel in their heritage that was disrupted by slavery, but it was definitely not killed, and I think that's what part of the message of this great poem.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're looking at this, and he's speaking about all of these rivers, which he equates to human, or he basically equates to life. All of these rivers, the Euphrates, the Congo, the Nile, and the Mississippi, equating this long history and this connection of African and African American culture to these rivers.
And to African culture.
Right.
Um,
yeah.
And he's living in a culture. He's living in a country dominated by your Anglo-Saxon European culture, but he's stressing that that African American culture is just as valid, if not more valid. It's even more ancient than European culture because the birth of civilization happened in Africa and the Middle East,
right.
Not in Europe.
Right. Yeah. There's no European rivers in this list.
Right.